Five, four, three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision's The Week That Was, where we cover the news and events for the week, this time ending Friday, April 4th. I'm Paige Ray. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're bringing you special coverage on the tornado that ripped through Pike County nearly 2 weeks ago, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. We begin by sharing the stories of two women whose neighborhoods felt the tornado's direct impact. Sarah Campbell reports.
Troy residents were met with thunderous storms and raging winds as they sheltered in their homes last week. Outside, a tornado, leaving behind nothing but destruction.
When you walk out, you don't expect to see what you see.
The tornado left its mark on Pike County. Plenty of homes were damaged and power lines and trees remained down. Kelly Baggett, who works at the university, is one homeowner who was impacted.
Just hoping that everybody was safe, that everybody was paying attention to the weather and making sure that they were in their safe spot, and hoping that it just wouldn't be as bad as they were expecting it was going to be.
Lauren Cole, Troy University's executive director of the Center for Student Success, was also home during the time of the storm.
We could hear the popping and snapping of trees all around us. We were all huddled in our closet. It got really, really loud. The wind was extremely loud, and so I wasn't sure how much damage we had. It almost sounded like it was in the house.
With only minor damages to their homes, Baggett and Cole say they are grateful it wasn't worse. Still, their hearts go out to those who were hit harder.
Almost none of the houses on our road were hit. We all had minor damage, but not even 500 yards up from us, there was a lot of damage. We're blessed on our road.
We had some pretty significant damage, but thankfully it was just our property and not our home. It was a scary, scary time, but we're so thankful that there were no injuries.
Now the community is coming together to regroup. Volunteers making all the difference.
All of the volunteers that showed up the day after it happened were just vital to us. We didn't have power at the time. We really weren't sure what all kind of damage we had.
We wouldn't have been able to get through, off of our driveway. It's good to know that you have neighbors that way, that we can rely on each other in times like this.
As cleanup efforts continue, those who were impacted say they are glad to live in such a selfless community. Sarah Campbell, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Some of the groups that offered their support included local churches, M5 Construction, and the Salem Baptist Association, along with the Alabama Disaster Relief Association. City and county agencies also came to help. And speaking of people trying to help those victims, one member of the Pike County community has been using social media to gather basic necessities, supplies, and other donations for some of the hardest hit areas. Simon Brown has more.
When tornadoes devastated the communities of Banks, Troy, and Ebenezer, Autumn Parrish felt a call to action. Parrish and a team of friends wasted no time gathering supplies for those in need. Armed with tarps, flashlights, medicine, non-perishable food items, and clothes, Parrish and her crew headed into the heart of the wreckage.
The unfortunate reality is that the tornado decided to hit mobile homes, and pretty much only mobile homes and trees. And it would lift the mobile homes up and then slam them back down. One of them I saw slammed down one time, second time, and then threw it across the street. I saw where the house had landed, and there was really nothing left except like a single cinder block.
Parrish is no stranger to tornadoes.
I've been impacted by a tornado. Plantersville, where I graduated from, just also had a tornado from the same storm system that impacted Troy, and it pretty much leveled Plantersville, which was not easy to hear about.
Parrish's message is to take tornadoes seriously and to stay alert.
Make sure that if you are in a building and it does not have a basement or underground shelter, those are your most ideal options, especially an underground shelter. Make sure you are in the interior room on the lowest floor of that building. keep an eye out, keep a weather radio, a NOAA weather radio. I recommend a Midland personally because it will wake you up. You will not sleep through it, I promise. Please stay away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible.
Parrish is hopeful that the supplies and money donated will go a long way in restoring normalcy for those who were affected.
And if you want to support Autumn's efforts, you can do so via their GoFundMe, which can be found on Autumn's Facebook page at AUTUMN-PARRISH. You can also drop off donations at the Troy Resilience Project, which is at 401 South Brundage Street. Staying with storm damage from the past week, Troy Parks and Recreations facilities also took some serious damage as well. Ever since that storm rolled out, Troy's center staff has not wasted any time working to make a wrecked center recreational again. Will Eldridge shows us how.
What was meant to be a safe place unexpectedly turned into a front row seat for people seeking refuge from the storm. As the storm raged outside, rec center staff had to act quickly.
I was here probably 15 minutes after it happened, really. And, I mean, you know, people shook up, I think, a little bit, but nobody was, like, running around or crazy, nothing like that. Like, Dan and them did a great job having everybody in the locker rooms when it happened. So, like, no matter what, people were safe.
Once the storm had moved past, staff members got their first look at the damage.
David, Dickey, myself, and Dalton went to the fields to kind of see exactly how bad everything was, what we could do to kind of lock everything off, rope it off, and that's when we noticed a lot of the light poles down, scoreboards, fence. It was it's pretty tragic as far as we're concerned because, you know, without our fields, you know, we're in trouble.
Now, nearly 2 weeks later, the rec center team is still in full recovery and rebuild mode.
We just have got the approval to start the cleanup process on that side. Right now, we're going to spend the next day, 2-3 days picking everything up. Then we'll start kind of assessing everything that we need, bleachers, fencing, lights. Basically, tear apart everything that we had and start the process over.
To stay updated on the recovery and reopening of the rec center's facilities, you can check out its Facebook page at Troy Parks and Recreation. And now we turn to one of the most recent developments in the tornado recovery efforts, the city of Troy making a declaration of emergency. Ever since that tornado struck, the city has been working to get everything back to normal as soon as possible. Caden Walker explains how that potential emergency declaration and the funding it could provide would be used.
We're looking at countywide, just in the utilities and governmental entities, almost $4 million in damages.
With such a costly impact made from the tornado, city officials have activated an emergency declaration. Mayor Reeves says that doing so will help the city greatly.
One of the things that we have to do in a situation like this when we're dealing with insurance, FEMA, a lot of other different things, a lot of different contractors, it's important that we don't have to go through a very lengthy process. So when you get an emergency declaration, it gives me the authority on behalf of the city council to make all those things happen, whether it's cleanup, whether it's construction, anything of that nature. And also it makes a statement to the state and the federal government that we're in a crisis and that the governing body of our community believes we're in a crisis and we're doing everything we can to get out of that crisis.
We now have a breakdown of the total cost of tornado damage in Troy, which comes in at just over $3.9 million. The largest portion, $2.8 million, covered repairs to city infrastructure, including Troy Recreation Center and athletic fields. The Electric Cooperative provided $400,000 in aid to the city, while prices also include Pike County School System as they handle costs for building damages. Recovery efforts are still ongoing as officials work to rebuild.
Hopefully what we're doing is getting to a position where we can get FEMA reimbursement. So we're hoping to get federal funds through the state that will help us rebuild public infrastructure and things of that nature.
TrojanVision will continue to keep you updated on that recovery process. Still to come on Troy TrojanVision's The Week That Was, students who study health science here on Troy's campus now have a new space dedicated entirely to them. That story and more is coming up, so stay tuned.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Troy University has opened one of its newest buildings dedicated entirely to health science students. Jamison Fowler introduces us to the students and staff working inside it.
A new building for nursing students has been unveiled on Troy University's campus. Given the name Jones Hall, the facility is designed to take Troy's nursing programs to the next level.
We have a great deal more space. We also have more high-fidelity mannequins. We have virtual reality capability. In our theology lab, movement education lab, it's actually a 180-degree swing as to where we were. So we're extremely proud, and we look forward to the future, not only to better educate our students, but also it will enhance faculty research.
The building is filled with state-of-the-art technology that ranges from simulated hospital settings all the way to virtual reality technology.
Not only do we have more of equipment that we've utilized in the past, it allows us to have more students in each class, so more students time on task because there's more equipment. More students can be utilizing those equipment and get more practice with the equipment.
One student explains how the building and its equipment have helped her succeed in her craft.
This lab especially has helped us so much with the hands-on, with the new dummies and the beds and like all of the hospital equipment, or hospital-like equipment I should say, that we have here that really trains you for when you go into the hospital setting. It's more updated, it's more modern, it's more what you see in real life. So you're not just being thrown out and saying, oh, I don't know what this is. You're like, oh, I've seen that before. And it helps you and gives you so much more experience.
Now with the new building, university leaders hope Jones Hall will help nurses continue their education.
This just kicks us into overdrive. So this is a way for us to take it to another level as far as being able to recruit students, retain students, and prepare students for the workforce.
Jamison Fowler, Troy, TrojanVision News.
University leaders say the building has been named after Billy Jones and his family for his contributions toward the building's funding. And speaking of upgrades, the Trojan Fitness and Wellness Center has unveiled some new additions. If you are a fan of basketball or volleyball, you may be happy to know that the rec now features new flooring. Along with new tiles, that flooring also received updated lines of paint for both sports, and it also features a new color scheme which can help new players better understand the rules of those games. Now, the renovation doesn't stop at the hardware. The university has also revealed 3 new exercise machines, 2 of which help strengthen the glutes and legs, while the other focuses on back muscles. And by the way, the fitness center's pool is now open. It's the first time it's been open since last year. Coming up on Troy TrojanVision's The Week That Was, sorority members lace up their shoes and hit the pavement for a good cause. Stay tuned. The Week That Was. We'll be right back.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back. This past weekend, shirts were stained, legs were sore, and lots of money was raised as Troy University's Kappa Delta sorority held its annual Shamrock Run. That run is a fundraiser for the sorority's philanthropy, Prevent Child Abuse America. Simon Brown has more.
Kappa Delta partnered with the Child Advocacy Center, a subset of Prevent Child Abuse America, to hold its Shamrock Run. Participants had the option to run in a 5K race or 1 mile race. Getting doused in colorful chalk was also optional.
It just makes me so happy and so supported to see all these people coming out here to support the children, just to help them. And the Children's Advocacy Center here is a great facility and they do so many amazing things. So to see this community of people come to be here and support them and help raise money for them, it just makes my heart so happy.
With over 300 people in attendance, Kappa Delta raised $35,000 for the Child Advocacy Center, surpassing its set goal of $33,000. 80% of the money that Kappa Delta raised will go towards helping children locally in Troy.
This money that they give us helps to continue to make sure those services are free. And then 10% goes to their national organization, which is Prevent Child Abuse America.
This is how many look after Kappa Delta's 5K Shamrock Run.
One runner set a personal goal for himself while supporting Kappa Delta's philanthropy.
It was good. I was a little unprepared, but my legs burned a little bit, but then they went numb, and it was all good. I didn't walk at all, which is a goal of mine, to never walk in 5Ks. I've definitely walked in the past, but the most recent 5Ks I've run, I haven't walked. So just gaining that mental endurance as well.
After the race, participants relaxed at the Kappa Delta House, enjoying food trucks and live music, a fitting end to a tough race. Simon Brown, Troy, TrojanVision News.
To get more involved with the Child Advocacy Center, you can call 334-670-0487. To donate to the center, you can also visit PikeRegionalCAC.com for more information. Keeping it local now, being a member of any student organization requires time, patience, and dedication. It takes even more of that to be the leader of one of those groups. Now imagine balancing all of that along with a health battle. Tyron Robinson introduces us to a student who is doing just that, but who is also finding ways to motivate others.
Troy University is home to many different leaders and role models. Sorority Chapter President Nevaeh White is one of them.
I first found out about my lupus diagnosis when I was a sophomore in high school. And around that time, I had gotten very sick and a lot of different medical things were going on with me, and I was visiting a number of doctors that couldn't really find anything wrong.
Nevaeh's daily battle with lupus is not easy.
I have to travel for treatment away from Troy. I have to, watch what I eat. I can't just eat a normal college student diet, and I have to make sure that I remain active.
Nevaeh is a shy individual, but after talking to her friends, she is quite the role model.
One thing that I like about Nevaeh is she's not scared to share the things that she has gone through. So on her TikTok, on her Instagram platforms, she's always talking about her struggles and how she overcomes those struggles.
Dealing with her own problems, she still finds time to spread joy.
Nevaeh is a sweet, kind soul. She is very bubbly. She's willing to help at any given time.
Staying active and being healthy is crucial in her fight against lupus.
Lupus often keeps those who are diagnosed with it feeling exhausted, weak, and sometimes not even good at all. That's why it is so important to maintain a healthy diet at all times.
Nevaeh's story reminds us that even at our lowest, we can still hold a smile. Tyron Robinson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Time is running out for you to see drama, music, and community combined thanks to the opening of a Broadway classic musical here on campus. The Department of Theater and Dance, as well as the John M. Long School of Music Symphony Band, will partner together to present the critically acclaimed story, The Music Man, with 100 people making up the crew and orchestra, not to mention the fact that the show includes both Troy students and non-university actors. This production is expected to draw a large crowd. You can watch The Music Man Saturday and Sunday nights at 7 inside the Janice Hawkins Cultural Arts Park Amphitheater. Turning to sports now, Troy women's basketball has made history by claiming a spot in the WNIT championship game. The Trojans' victory against Illinois State was not an easy one, as both teams went back and forth for the majority of that matchup. However, it was Troy's notables that led to that victory. For a second straight game, Brianna Peguero led the Trojans in scoring with a career-high 28 points on 6 triples. Zay Dyer scoring in double figures for her 12th straight game, as she had 13 points on 5 of 12 shooting. And we can't forget Shalana Wagner continuing to facilitate the Trojan offense, dishing off 10 assists for her 5th game with double-digit assists. Again, this Saturday night will be the Trojans' first ever postseason championship appearance. Baumhauer's Victory Grill will host a watch party that night at 4. Although the Trojans were nearly 1,500 miles away Monday night, that didn't stop the Trojan faithful from gathering to cheer their Trojans on to the Fab Four. Reporter Samuel Weatherford has that story.
While Troy's women's basketball was in Fargo, North Dakota, thousands of miles away, Trojan fans were able to watch the game while eating good food from Baumhauer's Victory Grill, who hosted a watch party for its fans. Troy's director of athletics, Brent Jones, talked about how the success of the team brought out good crowds to support.
What Coach Rigsby has been able to do, winning 5 out of the last 9 conference championships, is simply incredible. She's the all-time leader here. You see behind us right now, we're in a dogfight against North Dakota State. We've had incredible crowds last year as well as this year, and we're hoping to pull out a big victory for her as well as the team.
While others were here for the game and food, some came and supported their friends who were playing in the tournament.
I'm having a great time. I'm glad my friends came with me because I'm a big Troy fan, and so are them. And my girlfriend, Shalana Wagner, she plays for Troy as well, so I'm just here to support her and her friends.
The Trojans ended up going into overtime, but finished the night with the win 97-88. They now advance to the Fab Four against Illinois State. Samuel Weatherford, Troy, TrojanVision News.
While the Trojans represented the Power T in March Madness, campus organizations decided to hold their own tournament. Tavares Dennis explains.
I can? If so, that's all Habitat for Humanity is asking for in order to participate in its March Madness tournament. A tournament that's carrying a message deeper than basketball.
We wanted to do a can drive so that people wouldn't be able to pay, and then all the can drives would be going to the Civic Service Office.
Multiple campus organizations had a hand in pulling this event together, but the original idea came from excitement for March Madness in general.
Something to start the spring semester off after spring break, and we thought a March Madness, why not? March Madness tournament basketball.
For us to get in the game is 2 canned goods, so hopefully we have a big turnout and a lot of people show up, because if a lot of people show up, we raise a lot of canned goods.
Although all the organizations that were involved played for the right to call themselves tournament champions, there was a larger lesson looming.
Open the doors for more collaboration amongst organizations, because we are one Troy, as we all say all the time. So this is to give inspiration to how to do things together. In the end, only one team was left standing. Team Run It Up after beating Team SBG 51-36. Tavares Dennis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And now Troy football fans rejoice because we are getting closer to our first game of the season. In today's Trojan Talk, Ty Davidson learns what's in store during this year's annual T-Day football spring game.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of Trojan Talk. I'm Ty Davidson, and with me is Kyle George from Troy Athletics.
Thanks so much for having me today.
Of course. So, Kyle, we have T-Day coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Certainly. This is our annual event to kind of kick off our upcoming football season. So it'll take place on Saturday, April 12th at Veterans Memorial Stadium. This is the first chance for fans to get a chance to see the 2025 Troy football team in action. We finished the season extremely strong this past year, a 3-1 finish to the season, a lot of positivity to build upon going into the 2025 football season, and tons of events are taking place throughout the day for us as well.
All right, awesome. So could you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen at this event, what those events are?
Certainly. The day begins at 11 a.m. with our annual Lunch with Legends. Great panelists coming back. We have Coach Richard Shaughnessy from our Strength and Conditioning program, one of our Hall of Famers in Lawrence Tynes. He's actually kicked a game-winning field goal for the New York Giants in the Super Bowl as well, too. Wow. Corey Robinson, our fans know him as the Paducah from Paducah. the bazooka from Paducah. That's a little tongue tie for you. And DeWitt Betterson Sr., he's notable for us in helping us defeat Missouri. Those guys will be here for our Lunch with Legends starting at 11 a.m. You can purchase those tickets now at TroyTrojans.com/lunchwithlegends. We also have our annual football clinic for kids as well too. It's a free event for all children beginning at 12 noon at the football field. Our yard sale takes place at 1 o'clock. You have old Troy football jerseys, baseball jerseys, gear, all kinds of things, and it all helps benefit our study abroad program for our student athletes. Wow. Culminates with kickoff at 2 p.m. for the football T-Day game as well. So tons of prizes during that game. We'll have chances for fans to win sideline passes for home football games. One lucky fan will actually win 3 lifetime season tickets, courtesy of the Vance Law Firm as well too, and all that information is online at TroyTrojans.com.
Awesome. I heard you mention some of the fans before. Are there going to be any sort of interactions between like the players or the coaches and the fans that are available at this event?
There certainly will be. One of those being the kids camp. That's open for all kids ages 5 through 12. The entire football team as well as the coaching staff will be out there from 12 to 1. Again, it's a free event for all children to come out to and get a chance to experience a Trojan football camp taking place for them as well. Right. During the game itself, have some interactive pieces with our fan base as well. All fans in attendance, scan the QR codes in the stadium. You'll be entered in to win for all the various prizes throughout the game. Oh, wow. Some of those also involve getting a chance to interact with our players on the actual field. When it comes to a chance for a fan to win 3 lifetime season tickets, they can actually have some proxies for them, so they can grab one of our quarterbacks to do some of the quarterback throws for them. Same thing with field goal kickers for us as well. We'll have a 33-yard dash, and so we'll have some of our student athletes be those proxies for our fans to get a chance to win great prizes. So this day is meant to be fun for all fans to get a chance to be up close and personal with the team. And after the game's over with, all fans are invited to come down, mix and mingle with the players on the football field as well.
All right, awesome. And before we go, could you just remind us when and where the event is taking place?
Absolutely. Saturday, April 12th, everything taking place at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Again, all of information is available online at TroyTrojans.com.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. George.
Thanks for having me today.
And thank you for joining us in this edition of Trojan Talk.
We end our broadcast with a group of people you see at games, in parking lots, and patrolling campus. We're talking about Troy University police officers. Their primary job, to keep Troy University and its students, faculty, and staff safe. Tavares Dennis has more in this Trojan Spotlight.
In a world without superheroes, it becomes a team effort to make everyone's day as smooth as possible. A big part of the team is the police department.
You got to be on your toes sometimes, but I mean, most of the time, you know, we're riding around, checking buildings, interacting with students, interacting with faculty members, you know, unlocking cars, stuff like that.
And campus police, they come over, they tell us to like move, go someplace like safer, and like we didn't even know what was going on, but like I always saw the campus police getting on the scene as like quickly as they could.
Every day something goes wrong and someone needs a little saving. Help is only one call away.
I got locked out of my dorm and I needed someone to call at the time, and the police department was like right there when I needed them, and they came and helped me get in my room as soon as I needed them to help me get in my stuff, and they helped lug all my stuff in my dorm too.
As servants of the city, safety is their main priority.
And it was nice to really communicate with the officers and see how like funny it can get when like a student like puts on the goggles and see if they could drive like a cart or something, and it was like super fun. They're like just sweet people.
Tavares Dennis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of The Week That Was. Until we see you again, we hope you have a great week. Remember, to see our content every day, you can tune in at 5, 6:30, and 10:30, Monday through Friday. You can also visit our website at today.troy.edu/TrojanVision. Until next time, have a great week.